Well, hey, Gundam fans, welcome to another episode of Gundam Explained. For this video, we're actually looking at another Robot Spirits. It's the RGM-79N GM Custom. Sort of kind of glare going on, but, just typical Robot Spirits packaging. But actually, let's dive in and look at the figure. But before we get started, if you haven't, please subscribe. Let me know what you think about me doing reviews of these Robot Spirits action figures. And as we go, if you like the video, give it a like too. That helps out. But yeah, let's get started. All right, so... here we go. Here is the Robot Spirits GM Custom. Looks very cool. Just when it comes to the design of mecha within the Gundam universe, this is just kind of a neat one overall that people like because it takes the design elements of the GM, which is a favorite. It's a cool grunt suit. But it also incorporates some other elements that are then used in future mobile suits as well, like GM Quell, for instance. Looking up information about this on the Gundam Wiki, it looks like it was developed from the Type C GM, which again has a kind of a cooler look to it, a more modernized design to it, but also along with the NT Alex. And that's where they get this, custom. So, let's get the accessories off and have a look at it. All right, and here we have it. Again, just kind of getting a look at it. It looks very cool. It's got an interesting visor, shoulders that are a little different from other GMs. And just to kind of compare, here is the Robot Spirits Veranime GM from 0079. And here is another GM from Stardust Memory. You can see where there are some similar elements here because we have the chest is a lot more pronounced. But, even going by, there's some little things that make them different, like the vents above... or actually right next to the shoulders, like the collarbone on each side. It's not on that one. And a little more detail on the skirt armor, even the thrusters down below. So, there's some similarities, but also, some differences that really make this look cool. Let's take a look at articulation. I'm going to take off the beam saber for now, but... and I got to watch for this little antenna. It seems to pop off easily, but we'll talk about that later. But with the head... fighting with the shoulders, and that piece just fell off. Does a full rotation. It goes back pretty far. It goes forward pretty good. It's not anything crazy. I'm trying to see if there's any hidden articulation in it, but I don't think so. Nothing crazy here. Just kind of standard. Okay, then the shoulders, they're a little bigger than what we're used to with some of the GMs, but they work good here. They go up as they need to, more than you probably need them to. It still allows rotation of the arm. You got rotation at the bicep. And then with the elbows, those elbows go up good. So, all good there. It's got that neat little articulation that we see with Robot Spirits where, it's not a whole lot, but maybe it's just enough so that he can two-hand beam saber. But again, it doesn't seem like it's a whole lot. That could be, again, part of the construction, the engineering of putting these together. As we get to the waist, side skirt just popped off for me trying to turn it. So I think it's what I've been seeing with some of these lately is that they do have some slight rotation at the waist. And I can't even get this back on. Okay, they do have some slight rotation at the waist, but it is easy to knock off the skirt armor if you're not careful. There's that. Let's see. This moves forward, just enough. Moves back, not really. See the front skirts, but they pop off pretty easily. Side skirts. Back doesn't move. We've got thrusters on the backpack here, and this backpack comes off very easily. I've noticed that with some of these recently. All right, down at the legs. Okay, that's high up, but I popped off the skirt armor. All right, and then the knees go back, feet forward. We've got the toe thing here. All in all, there's not like any big differences with this with other Robot Spirits. This has what I call just the standard articulation. Nothing fancy to it. And before we look at accessories, let's look at the manual real quick. From this, just kind of showing where you put the antenna. The beam saber has the built-in connector piece Showing articulation here if you want to go and look through that. We've got the different beam effect parts you can use. And thrusters. I always love when they come with thrusters, and this comes with thrusters. What else do we got on this? Yeah, so the shield mechanic. How to use the shield and to put the ammo, attach the gun, how to attach the shield on the arm, which something I dislike is just how many different little pieces there are. We saw with that recent one, the Ground Gundam, the way the attachment worked. Now, that could be the actual design of it, so what is actually used in the anime. We saw that it was on the high grade. But I find it very interesting how we have all these connector pieces, and there's not another way to attach the shield in different configurations by, just having one piece. Because there's also a connector piece that goes on the back of the backpack, so you can put the shield there too. So that's another one. Now, and the interesting thing too is there's connector pieces on the backpack on both sides to plug in some more connector pieces to hold some weaponry. Now, what is interesting is it doesn't come with like the little cover that some other robot spirits do, where you have to take off a cover that could be easily lost, and that exposes the connector piece. And this doesn't do that, which I guess that's good, but then you're just seeing these giant like whole circles on the back. So I don't know. Oh yeah, showing the hand tree. Showing you how to attach the gun on the back, and the beam effect part it has that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, if you got a bazooka that's sold separately, you can throw that on there. All right, so looking at accessories, we've got the beam saber. Obviously, that plugs onto the back. We've got the little antenna. That's easy to lose. It comes with an additional one that I'll plug in here shortly. We've got one of its guns here. Very cool looking Gundam gun. We've got the other gun here, and I actually have it connected to the piece that goes on the back. Here's the hand tree. Nothing new there. We've got the shield, and the shield has a connector piece for the different guns. It also has an ability to hold ammunition on it. Got the two thruster pieces. Love these. Beam effect part and the animated beam effect part. And we've also got this blaster part, which I love. It's got just a standard yellow one that can be used for a lot of different things, but also another little like effect piece here to make it look even more animated. And then, of course, what I was complaining about earlier is all the different little effect parts you get for connecting things on it. So, with the GM Custom, it's not like there's a lot of crazy accessories that it comes with that's different or unique to it, but at least it comes with thruster pieces. It comes with this effect part, so I think it gives you some good value for the cost of it. So there's a component I like about this. It reminds me of the Ground Gundam, of why I liked it, other than design, just functionality. It has that big backpack on the back, and you can store everything on it, and I love that. It reminds me of like the old school G.I. Joes and stuff like that. So this does the same thing in a way, where it's got, the back that you can store all the weapons on. I mean, even using the shield if you wanted to. The thing is, the backpack will fall off, and I haven't got it to do it yet while I'm filming this, but it really does seem the weight of the two guns on here cause the backpack to fall off every once in a while. So I probably wouldn't pose it or have it in a pose with that on the back, because any slight movement could make it fall off, so I just want to avoid that. Yeah, another interesting thing too is for this connector part. Okay, see, that just came off easily. I might as well do it that way anyway. Yeah, this connector part right here, when I took off the piece that plugs in, the whole thing came out, and so I actually used super glue to stick it back in there. I thought that was very interesting, just an FYI there. And there's multiple ways you can actually use the shield with the gun storage. Here's an idea there. I think it's cool that the options are there, but I probably wouldn't pose it like that. And then the ammo that plugs in here, and you can see how it's also on this rifle. You can pull it out, and it sticks in there pretty good, as you can see. And another connection point there, so you can move them around if needed. All right, here's a shot with that effect part for the rifle. Very cool effect part. I'm glad that they added this just to have more effect parts for more Robot Spirits figures. It is a bit heavy, so I did actually have to position it in a way, like how it's tucked under his arm, to kind of give it some support so the front doesn't fall over. But, you know, you can mess around with it, really not a big deal. Sometimes we see how, and I don't have the full stand here, like a stand with the connector piece on top so it can kind of like rest on there if it needed to. But you know, and there you have it, the RGM-79N GM Custom. You know, a standard Robot Spirits release with just enough effect parts to make it valuable. This is, I think, is a second release as well, as it had been sold out for a while. Hobby Link Japan had pre-orders open for a new batch, and so that's actually what came in here. So really, this is a great release if you just want to finish up your Stardust Memory collection. Also, if you know you just like that design, it's just a cool GM to have alongside the other GMs and the GM Quell. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching. We'll talk later.